Hey guys, today I am going to share with you guys how to play The Blessing by Kari Jobe. Before I jump into it, I think it's important to share the rhythms behind this. Once you understand the rhythms, it makes this whole song pretty easy. So there's two main patterns in here. I like to think about them like strumming patterns, like on the guitar. It's a similar idea on the piano. And there's one note I should say that I'm doing this in A because that's the key that we're doing it at our church. So it's one whole step down from the original recording. So it's an A, but the original recording is in B. So just move everything up one that you see here if you're trying to do it in the original. Anyway, here's in A. There's two patterns that you need to know. The first pattern, and I'm going to try to do some counting for this, goes something like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 okay. So I'll try to break that down a little. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and so we're hitting an octave on the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're hitting the high note on the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and so just 4 and okay. And it's just the right hand, whatever we're holding here. So this we're holding a first inversion. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Okay. So the basic pattern with this song is it's a lot of notes on the upbeat. Okay. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. One other thing I would say is that you play a part and then there's some embellishment on the 4 and If this is too complicated for you, don't worry about this, but I'm just trying to point out if you can do it, there's things that happen like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1. So that happens on the and. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and so there's that embellishment there. If you can hit it. Let me go through the chords on this pretty quick. For the beginning parts, it's for the verses this A here, so we hold the octave. We do this D, and on the right hand we always play this D2 shape, okay? And then there's a A over C sharp, and we're doing C sharp here, A here, we're holding the same shape pretty much with the addition of the E on the right hand. And then we do a E sus with the third two, and it makes that nice chord with some tension there. And then here's our F sharp minor. Okay, so the 1 and the 5, F sharp here and the C sharp. Oops. So with this side, we're holding this E, F sharp, and then A. And then back to the D2. So I'm not hitting the top here, I'm hitting D2. And then this part is the only part that doesn't do that end 1 and 2 thing anymore. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the only part that's straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's A over C sharp, and that special E sus with the third, and then back to the 1, the A. Okay? So let me go to the first part. I'll play that for you now. This is just the intro. That's the intro. Now it's the verse. Lord bless Okay, so right after the verse, it goes into another pattern. And this pattern, to get into it, I would start by counting differently, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. If you're able to do that, that will help you a lot to get into the mindset of this pattern. And 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2. So it's and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's the basic pattern. We actually skip some of those, and it becomes 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So we do the 1 and 2 and 3 we don't do again. We don't do that dun again. We just do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and so like there's a little space after that 2. We let this ring out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2. So that's the complicated. Well, it's not too complicated, but that's the 4 and that I was talking about. So 4E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and give you these 2, 3 and 4, 3. Okay, so it goes right into that, and that's just A and A sus. Okay, so we're at 1 and 2 and 3. So 1 and 2, skip the and 3, just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's pretty much the same pattern that the vamp into the chorus was. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So what's happening here is we're doing 1 and 2. Actually, let me cover the chords. It's F sharp, so F sharp minor 7. So on the right hand, we're holding a E, F sharp, A. So it's we'll land on the octave on the 1 and 2 and 3. So and 3, we're just holding our shape out. And 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So F sharp minor 7, D2, A. So we're holding the first inversion 1, the C sharp, E, and the A on the right hand, and we're still doing that special tension E sus with the third on there. Sorry. and then it goes right into the verse after that. So this is where you get to play around a little and modulate this. If you want it to be lower dynamics, you can just hit the 1, 2 instead of 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can just leave that and 2 out. 1, 2, and it makes it a little quieter, brings it down a little. So you could decide to do that, or you could keep with the bum, the and 1 and 2, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So let me break that down. So once you're coming out of the chorus, and then there's like a small instrumental there. And in this part, what they do is they're playing all 4 beats for the first chord, the F sharp minor. So it's very interesting because the chorus and the bridge is the exact same chords, but it's really up to changing the dynamics to make it really sound different. What we can do there is, instead of this bouncy thing, dun, dun, and this break, dun, it goes into So for the bridge part, what I'm thinking about is I'm thinking about the lyrics of that part and thinking about the piano playing that or saying that. And it's interesting because the dynamics here, it sort of goes up crescendos and it comes down, goes up crescendos and it comes down. So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and they only do that hitting this on all 4 beats for only the first measure. Again, same chords, F sharp minor 7, D, and this is the only part that's different. Instead of hitting this D, they hit this, instead of hitting this A, they hit this like A2, this A2 shape. It's almost a third inversion, like third inversion with the A2 instead of regular A. So E, A, E, A, B. And I'm still hitting that really spicy E sus with the third on it. So I'm thinking, so the first time is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. So I'm really trying to hit these notes here, and really make that piano sing those notes and get the people thinking about that bridge part. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Build. Drop, build. Build. Drop, build. So it's like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I'm thinking in my head to make the piano really sing those that piece out. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As it builds up, you can get rid of that break here. This is usually where the whole band comes in, and I'm just in that M2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. After the whole bridge part, then there's this part where it's a really dramatic. The drums is pretty dramatic, and they hit on the 1 and the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm playing the same exact thing as I was before. I'm still hitting that end 1 and 2, but what I'm doing there is I'm just hitting with more dynamics. So. So yeah, make sure when you get back to the chorus, you're hitting the chorus. You're not in this A2 shape from the bridge. So it's. And 2 and 3 and 4. So it goes back and forth between skipping that N3 and letting that ring out to hitting that N3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So as long as you know that you're switching it back and forth between there, that's what adds dynamics and that's what adds interest and makes this song so great. It's actually interesting with this song. It's not more about how complicated you make it. It's actually how much you pull back and how much you start simple and how much you don't play. That makes this thing actually really great. So all those spaces there. Like in the beginning, we're not hitting the 2 or the 3. It's just 1, 2, 3. So we're only hitting that 1, letting it ring, and then 4 and 1, and then the other part where it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. It's just really all pulling back and keeping it simple until that last time where you're like in the bridge part where you're 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And it sounds so full when you build that build the song up and you come to that high point there at the bridge, and you get to play around with all that. I hope this thorough explanation was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. But I hope you enjoy playing this song. It's really, really fun song, and it's really cool. after you actually get the timings and all that. When I started with this, it's like it didn't make sense, but then when you start thinking about that and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, it just falls into place. So hope you guys found that helpful. Thank you guys.